Welcome back as we pick up the conversation with award-winning storyteller, as he wants to summarize himself, Prince Rayanne. Now, has storytelling always been your thing? Like, since you were like young, were you one of those kids who had stories for everybody, and whether they were true or false is another issue?
Firstly, I talk too much. But then after that, I think writing stories for me also became a way for me to deal with the issues that were in my life, because as much as I talked too much, I didn't know how to deal with the things that were happening to me and just going on in general. So I started writing, and I think I've been writing since I was around 8, 9 there.
So 2 days ago.
Up to today. It's literally 2 days ago. Okay. So up to today. And trust me, I always tell people that this was a God-given gift, because it's all I know to do. Nothing else. Don't try and give me numbers when you can give me words.
Right? I like the way you put that. Don't try and give me numbers when you can give me words. Your form, your expression, your... just the way you explain yourself, already you're telling us a story there that's quite interesting. So, you know, storytelling definitely a fit. Now, as you were growing up, right, and telling these stories, I'm curious to understand how receptive were the people around you to this particular gift, in whatever shape it came out of, and how did they encourage it and nurture it for you?
My immediate circle was not well responsive. I always say, I remember having to apply for a Form 1 place. And you know, Papa, dream occupation, Pepe. I write, I want to be a writer, poet. My dad is like, no, ain't no child of mine going to be a writer. I'm glad he's changed his mind now, which is maybe 2 days later. But then in high school, they loved my work. They knew that Nantini counter book, 3 choir. I would write a story every day.
Wow.
People would be, because people would be like, no, this is better than Generations and Scandal. Because, you know, you're feeding us content every day. So now that appreciation, and I think that appreciation, I got addicted to it.
Right? It gave you this high that you just didn't want to come off of.
Got me kicking, got me writing. Up to today. Those people, they still support me. Form 1.
I love that. What did you ever do with those counter books? Where are they now?
They went missing.
What?
Yes, they went missing for... Though I do have one at home, and we've been trying to look for ways to modify it so that we can put it out, because it's one of the earliest works. It was there before. It was there. And now the best thing about it is that I've been working on it for like 10 years now, Auntie. So it might drop soon. It's safe to say this writer is carrying their next book. I'm expecting.
I'm so over you. I love it. So you get this high, you get this support from people, and and now we're sitting with an award winner.
I'm still getting used to that.
What was that moment for you?
I love it. The first award that I won was the Most Outstanding Poet for Zim Community News, and other international awards here and there. And I was also nominated twice for the Namas. The first one was Outstanding Poetry Book, and the second nomination was Outstanding Poet. So I think it's safe to say I'm that guy.
Yes, you are.
I'm definitely
that guy.
I appreciate a lot that people are also appreciating me and appreciating my work, which is very good. It's putting bread on the table.
I love it.
So now those who didn't support us now, at least, you know, when they see me coming in with something, they're coming on board as well.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about the content creation, the visual side of things for a little bit. How did you get into that, from writing to now, I need to bring these words to life and give them a visual feel?
Okay, professionally nowadays, I work as a digital marketer. So I understand the importance of telling a good story with impact and strong deliverance. So you know, we're out there on TikTok, on Instagram, creating visuals for people. And then I've also been trying to put a more holistic element to my poetry by doing what we call a poetry review, right? So a review in general is like a light theatrical play
Right.
without the extreme boundaries of an actual theater production.
Right.
So we are using poetry to tell stories with the backup of music, dance, a little bit of drama. It's choreo poetry. Something
Oh,
new.
that's fancy. I learned a new word today, choreo
Choreo
poetry.
poetry,
Okay,
yes.
all right then.
It's the same thing Wasan Shea did for Colored Girls, if you've watched it.
Right.
Tyler
Yes,
Perry
yes,
later
yes,
on
yes,
adapted
yes,
it, but
yes.
on
The
stage,
original
was
stage,
a
yes.
choreo play. So yeah, I've also been trying to extend myself into the visual space as best as I can.
Wow. Okay. And as someone who's extending himself, what do you hope for not just your future in this space, but also just the space itself? What do you hope to see it develop into?
I would like poetry to be at the forefront of the entertainment industry, the same way that music is. I would also like myself and the spaces that I represent to be good and positive spaces and platforms for incoming writers, because I believe that we have an enormous amount of talent out there, and they definitely need us to see their faces, to hear their voices, to hear their stories. So hopefully I keep pioneering the way for emerging storytellers.
You know what? We're behind you 150 billion%. We hope to see you continue to grow and flourish and thrive and bring home those awards.
Thank you, Candice.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, of course, that was storyteller extraordinaire, Prince Rayanne. Thank you so much for watching us in this section.